Today, Jewish protesters occupied Trump Tower demanding the immediate release of Mahmoud Khalil. Mahmoud is a pro-Palestinian activist, a student, and permanent resident who was abducted from his home by ICE agents on March 8th as part of the U.S. government's new campaign attacking, jailing, and deporting critics of Israel in this country. This is a new age of McCarthyism. Mahmoud is not linked to a single crime. The only thing he did wrong was stand up for Palestinian lives. Over 90 protesters were arrested and charged with trespassing, obstructing government administration, and resisting arrest. The protest was organized by a Jewish Voice for Peace, a Jewish anti-Zionist organization. Anti-Zionist Jews frighten our government because they are proof that Judaism and Zionism are not the same. But media like Fox News will never admit the existence of anti-Zionist Jews. Trump labeled Mahmoud an anti-Semite, but just look at how many Jewish people care about Mahmoud's life and are willing to take action to stand up for him. These people understand how this shatters their narrative, and that's why they omit it every time from their headlines, every time when they talk about this. Mahmoud was ripped away from his wife, who is currently 8 months pregnant, and the U.S. State Department stepped in to say that they have every right to arrest and deport him because he is a threat to the United States' national security for going against our foreign policy. That is a message to the American people telling them that if they disagree with the United States foreign policy, that's a criminal action that our government will go after them for. No matter how brutal, how criminal our foreign policy becomes. The official White House account made a post stating that this is the first arrest of many to come. Our free speech, our right to protest, boycott, and even disagree with our government is being ripped to shreds. We must all protest and demand the immediate release of Mahmoud Khalil because what's coming next will be worse. And you know who I think is most to blame for this situation we're in? It's the Democratic Party, who cheered on the mass arrests of pro-Palestinian students protesting on college campuses last spring. Instead of aligning themselves with a popular movement in the United States, which, by the way, would have won the election for them, would have won the election for Kamala Harris, they labeled these people anti-Semites, terrorists, and criminals and enacted policies suppressing their free speech and protests. This is what set the stage for the moment we now find ourselves in. Barely any Democrats are speaking out on behalf of Mahmoud's life, and when they do, they preface by saying that they believe his actions to be morally reprehensible. And it's because most of our elected Democrats who sit in Congress right now had their elections funded by Zionists in 2024. That's right. Pro-Israel interests directly elected most of the Democrats sitting in Congress. This is a terrible reality. The Democratic Party has been bought out by billionaires and Zionists, and they've proven that they will sacrifice our rights for the people who funded them. They don't represent you or me. There is no hope for their party. They chose genocide and suppression over human rights and morality. All of the data proves this to be true. I have videos digging into all of that. The fact is, the Democratic Party ushered in the Trump administration in every way possible, and they deserve blame. America needs a new party, and every one of our elected leaders deserves to be replaced, not just for the sake of the people of this country or the Palestinians, but for every person in this world. Again, free Mahmoud till we're dead. Thank you, and free Palestine.